Hey, Susie and Doug, this is Max. I just wanted to go over some of the information that I dropped off and go a little bit more detail about the houses in Raleigh Downs as far as how they compare to yours. So the first thing I do is I go to public records and pull up the data. Now, I've been through your house, and so I know some of the upgrades and features and all the work that you guys have done. Public records says it's 3 bedrooms, 3 baths. I think we could technically call it a 4 bedroom, though it's not really a practical bedroom other than a guest bed. But I'm going to call it 4 bedrooms for our sake today. It gives me all the stats. Usually the statistics are correct. Sometimes there's some discrepancies in public records, but that's what we have. So here's an interesting number, is that this is an algorithm, this real value. It's an algorithm where somebody's written a program to calculate value, and they're coming up with 483. So I believe that's wrong. So anyway, I go to public records, I take all of that information, and then I go to the MLS system, the multi-list system, and I do a search. And on this search, I stayed specifically in Raleigh Downs in the last 90 days for 3 months. And I was only looking for 2-story homes. So these are 2 stories in Raleigh Downs. That's all we have. So we got 2 that are active, 3 that are under contract, and 5 that have recently sold in that 90-day period. So I take that information and then I transpose it into my own spreadsheets, and that's what I dropped off at your porch this morning. This is the exact same document. And so we look at the actives. So these active numbers are not sold. They've both been on the market, days on market, for about a week. And we don't know what they're going to end up getting, but that's the current competition. So if we go with yours on the market on Saturday at 600, it's going to be the highest price. So there's one basically at 5, one at 550, and one at 6 in Raleigh Downs will be on the market. These both have, on average, 4 bathrooms. So if you look, the total finished square feet on these is different than the above grade. So the above grade square footage on both of these is smaller than the total finished square feet. So that means they both have finished basements. We can look at those a little bit closer later on. So on this, the under contracts, now we have 3 of them that are under contract, including your neighbor on Shefield. And that's the number that is the mystery to me, because they were even higher. They were at 669, I believe. We can look at that. And then they dropped it, and then they went under contract. But we don't know what the contract was for, but I can't imagine that it's too far under 600 or at all under 600. So they were a month on the market. This one was 19 and 18 days respectively on the market before they went under contract. But these are not their contract prices. These are the prices that they were asking at the time when they went under contract. We won't know the contract price until they actually close and record that in public records. But we can compare these to yours. So on average, they have 4 bedrooms and 4 bathrooms. Their above grade square footage is just slightly smaller than yours, not much, very, very similar in size on average. Their finished square feet is more, because again, we look at the above grade square footage compared to the finished. On all 3 of these, they have finished bedrooms, or basements, and that will give them that extra bath in the basement, and most likely an extra bedroom in the basement. So they're probably have 4 bedrooms and 5 bedrooms This one probably has 2 bedrooms in the basement, and this one probably has 1 bedroom in the basement on each of those. They're probably not counting the office as a bedroom. So on average, those are under contract at $545, let's say, $545. But again, that's not what the contract price is. That's what they were asking at the time of contract. So I'm looking at these and thinking, well, they probably didn't come too far off in the days on the market that they were on the market. They probably didn't come too far down. They might have made a little bit of a concession. On average, there were 23 days on the market before they went under contract, so a little over 3 weeks. This above grade square footage, the price per square foot on the finish and the total square feet, I can't use those numbers until we analyze exactly each house. But the lot size is very, very similar, and the year built is very similar. So now these are the real numbers that appraisers would use, because these actually sold, and these are actually what they sold for. This price is the sale price, not what they were asking, but the actual sale price. So on average, they have another bedroom, maybe another 2 bedrooms because of the office versus bedroom dilemma. And on average, they have 4 baths. On average, the above grade square footage is a little bit larger than yours on these 5 sold 2-story houses in Rowley Downs in the last 90 days. 5 sold in the last 90 days. The finished square feet is significantly larger than yours, the 1,200 square feet. And the total square footage is a little bit smaller than yours. So you have a bigger basement than on average. Right here, yours is 1,500, and on average theirs is 1,200. So your total square footage, and that's a total of finished and unfinished, is larger. Not significantly, less than 100. But because all of these, every one of them has a finished basement, then their finish average is a lot larger, 1,200 square feet, at least 1,100 and some square feet larger than yours. Is significant. The price on average is $567, and those are actual numbers that sold. And the above grade price per square foot, the lot size is a little bit larger, but yours is right in there, very much right in the group, and they sold very quickly within 10 days. So they didn't close within 10 days, but they went under contract. The days on the market before they got a contract was on an average 10. So just that little trend there, very quick. The ones that sold within the last 90 days, and now, I'm not making this assumption based solely on this. This is what I'm seeing on I do 2 of these a day, and I'm seeing consistently the numbers of under contract, and then the numbers of active are trending toward more time on the market than the ones that have sold. That's not the case on here, but I'm just saying I'm seeing a shift in the market. So what I want to do now is I want to take a deeper look at these that have actually sold. So we go back to the MLS, and let's just start at the first one, the one on Regency Court. So we're just going to take a quick look at the pictures. That looks very similar to your house. Thank goodness there's not much snow left. But a very similar looking home from the outside. And this is what it looks like on the inside. So they got wood floors, and they have a big sweeping staircase similar to yours. Looks like they have an office. This looks like a very similar floor plan. Uh, the kitchen is updated. I think that's granite, and the cherry cabinets. The cherry it's not original to the house, but to be honest, people aren't choosing cherry anymore when they go to the design center and look. But it still looks very nice, and they have the cove molding on the top and the nice backsplash and updated appliances. So this is a very similar layout to yours, but this back room doesn't have the size that yours does. Very similar. Huh. I, well, maybe it does. No, I have. I'm trying to figure out if that. Okay, this might be your. I don't think it's quite your house, but it's pretty close. See, the difference I think is that I think your back wall here is extended out further. I believe. Very similar. The basement finish, master. They've done some design upgrades, and they have a tub, and I can't really see that cabinet. It's kind of strange. Here's the tandem bedroom. I think this might be your house. The tandem bathroom in between the two bedrooms, original. Looks like, is that the office? Or is that one of the bedrooms? Basement bathroom. Basement. Basement. So it has in-ground basement. Looks like a decent size yard. And so that one, it sold last month on the 10th. It closed, and they put it on at it sold for $100 more at $540, and it sold in 1 week. The contract days on the market. So I would guess it might have had a bidding situation, maybe, but maybe not. They probably just rounded it up and said, we'll give you $540 instead of $539.9. All right, I need to go quicker through these. This one's on Parliament. A little bit tighter in here, the entry, and immediately you got the stairs. Doesn't quite have the spaciousness of your entry. Has some nice wood floors. Looks like they might have removed the popcorn. Older honey oak cabinets. Looks like original cabinetry. And then they have some granite that is the countertop and the backsplash are all one type of granite. Looks like they updated the appliances. And it's a pretty small family room. That's what I was trying to figure out. Looks like a pretty small family room off of the kitchen. The dining room, the office, probably the master. Looks like it has a deck off of the master. There's the master bath. Here's the master bath. So original cabinetry. It looks like it's been updated but not remodeled. This quartz countertop, it looks like it's newer, and the fixtures look newer, but the cabinetry looks original. maybe some newer flooring and tile also, but they still have all of the original woodwork around the stained pine. Looks like an updated shower, the walk-in closet, and then this is a secondary bedroom, another secondary bedroom, and they could be connected by that tandem bath. And then we go down to a finished basement. So there's the yard, and it looks like it backs up to one of the easements or open spaces. This is probably the deck off of the master. Yep. So there's a deck off of the master, and then there's a deck off the main level. And it has I don't even think it's a garden level in the basement. Okay, and that one, they put it on at $570, and it sold for $575, and it closed the 6th of May. Got 3 more to go. This one has a little bit more of a tract home look. It's a 2-car garage. Nice flooring. Looks like wood window, wooden blinds. You know, it's clean and ready to move in. A little bit more of an open great room feel in this main level. You got just this one barrier wall that there might be a refrigerator and some countertops and cabinets on the other side in the kitchen, and that's about it. So it's more of an open, I would say, maybe a more modern feel. Oops. So that is closed in right there. All right. Dining. This is like a little butler's area maybe. There's the kitchen. So it looks like they either painted or they might have upgraded the cabinets. There's nice granite in the eat-in area, kind of a bar off the kitchen. So I can't really tell if those have been painted or changed out yet. So this is a split level. It's not quite as desirable just because of the extra stairs, and there's probably 7 stairs coming down to this level. So this is the family room off of the kitchen, and it's definitely separated. So maybe that's where that little sink was. Looks like they've changed out the windows. Those don't look like the original windows, and they've changed out the trim work. It doesn't have the stained wooden trim. Updated powder room. Again, the windows look newer. Those light bars are a little bit dated. So it looks like they did kind of an upgrade, but not a total remodel. They should have just gotten rid of those light bars. It looks like they've done everything else. Fancy new shower enclosure. Secondary bedroom with wainscoting. Here we are in the basement, so it's a garden level basement. That's probably the basement bath. Lots of different baths. I'll have to check that out. So here's the garden level basement, and it has that Tudor kind of trim work around, but it's not the quality of the brick and stuff that you guys have. It's got a nice setting. I think that's Sievert Circle going over here. Or Siebert Circle. Okay. And that one sold for $485. So they were asking $485. They got $485. It was 12 days on the market. And Let's see what they have to say. Nothing that we didn't already see. Two more. Here's this one. You can see the setting, so it has a pretty nice large. It's on the interior. Let me go back a little bit. This one sold for $550. They were asking $69.9 or $570, and they got $550, and they were only on for 12 days. So looking at that short amount of time, they made quite a concession in 12 days on the market. They came down $20,000 in 12 days. So looking at this one, 2-car garage. So I think, that's the main door. So they're probably standing out on the front stoop on the patio looking in. So they're not even standing taking this photo. So you pretty much walk in, you got a choice of going upstairs or going in the formal dining room or formal living room, or down the hall to the kitchen. Probably off the left here is the office. There's the formal dining room and formal living room. Has the stained wood, similar era of your home, stained wood, popcorn ceilings, original windows, updated lighting. Looks like original cabinetry and updated countertops and newer appliances. But kind of a smaller kitchen. It looks like it doesn't have a lot of counter space. This picture looks like it does. But that's a lens kind of a thing. A camera lens. So you look out, but you have this deck, all the joists of the deck that you're looking out under kind of obstructs some of the view. It's pretty prominent in there. That's just the underside of this upper deck. So they have probably a pretty big deck coming out of the master. The office with the French doors, similar to yours. Maybe the powder room. Here's the master with the master bath, bay window, master bath, original cabinetry, probably upgraded countertop, and then it has the gold light bar. So that's definitely dated. So, but they put the new stuff in, they kept the gold so that they didn't have to replace everything. So I've seen a lot of them where they'll have either brushed nickel or oil rub bronze are the new desirable things that people are buying, and so they'll install all these new colors, but then they keep some old gold, so it's a mix match. But these people didn't, so that's a good thing. Secondary bedroom, a lot of closet. That's probably another secondary bedroom that they have as an office. This is probably the secondary bathroom, and again, they kind of kept the gold theme, so if they replace stuff. But so everything matches, but it's a dated look. The basement is a cellar. Those are egress windows that have the culvert. Basement bedroom, basement bathroom, pretty dated. Basement utility area, and then you can get a good view of what they have going on back into the open space and their backyard. So we have one more. This one does have a 3-car garage. The front yard looks pretty dead there, but maybe it greened up. Oh, that's a fancy picture. That's why I hire a professional. Oh my gosh, that's so bad. Anyway, and then they have a Bible quote up there. And the paint color choices are nice, but they might not be for everybody. The chandelier is nice, but it might not be for everybody. This is a laminate flooring with the beveled edges that you can see. It really highlights the cracks. It's not good or bad. I can recognize it when I see it. And it has that hand scraped aspect to it. So it's newer flooring, and it looks like, at least in this area, they have newer hardware on the doors. They have that oiled rub bronze. A lot of chandeliers is kind of interesting, but nice high quality new cabinets and countertops and backsplash, and the cove ceiling is pretty fancy. It looks like they've done a lot of nice things here, expensive things. That same flooring. Here we go upstairs, and the master has a nice modern fan, and then that's going out into the staircase, and then this is the bathroom. A sitting area in the master bath. The master bath? Maybe not. I don't know. That's a secondary bedroom. And that's a secondary bedroom, and maybe that was the tandem bath. So I'm kind of missing pictures of the master bath, maybe for good reason. So this is now the basement, and they have these sliding barn doors, and then the pool table out there, and the basement bathroom, the basement play area. Looks like they got video games in a walk-up bar that has a dishwasher and a sink and Pepsi machine there that didn't most likely stay, and then a TV viewing area, media room, and then a strange picture of a backyard. And so this one looks like it's got the power lines right in the back, maybe. So anyway, that one, what was the prices on that one? That one's $685. They were asking $685. They sold it for $685 in 2 weeks. And the barn doors are negotiable. They wanted to take their barn doors. That's funny. Anyway, that gives you a little bit better idea. I think that 600 is where you should be. So we can talk about it more. Thanks.